All right, so here we got Bitcoin on Bybit on the 1 hour. We're on the 1 hour today. We're probably going to stay on the 1 hour today because we kind of been going sideways. We did get a little nice move. Uh, we'll find out though, because remember, unless we get above this 200 SMA, not much has changed. We did get rejected from that so far. We'll talk about the bullish and bearish cases here in a second. And we also have a neutral case, possibly until tomorrow. The vol is starting to expand. As you see, your BBWP is coming up from some pretty low reads, which means unless we just get rejected, well, not rejected, unless we contract from here and just come back down to the lows, there is a chance that we're going to break this range pretty soon. Your RSI did get rejected from basically, well, we didn't quite get up to the bullish control zone yet. Looks like we could be coming back down and test this signal line. So whether we cross that signal line or not is going to determine quite a bit. We need to stay above 29,736 in order to stay above that signal line. On the MACD, basically riding this zero line right now. We are crossing it to the upside, but you got a light green bar right now, so we're still pretty neutral. In order to continue rising above, we need to stay above 29,729. In order to stay above that signal line, we need to stay above 29,482. And to stay above that zero line, we need to stay above 29,597. So basically this 29,730 mark is what we need to stay above in order to continue some sort of bullish momentum on the MACD. And also that would coincide with us either testing this signal line and resuming up or front running it and resuming up from here. So yeah, going sideways right now. We are above the 21 and the 50. We are being held up by the 21. Looks like we're trying to be held up by the 50 as well. They're pretty contracted right now. We did get a closure above that 100, which kind of led us up to the 200, but we couldn't break the 200. Remember, the 200 is the line in the sand right now. Remember when I said if we crossed it, we were in bad shape? Well, right now we're being held down by it. So if we can get back above it, that's going to change things drastically. I would think that we would come up to this breakdown point at 31K. If we can break 31K, I think we come all the way up to this purple region, back up to the 32,500 region. Bearish case is that we fall below this last low and this POC point of control on the VPVR at basically 29,500. That's what we're looking at right now. Which way we break the range is going to say a lot. Either we break the 200 to the upside or we break to the downside and cross this range. So let's move on to Ethereum. By the way, if you guys are liking this video so far, like and subscribe to the channel. It's a free way to support the channel. Definitely check out the Discord in the description below. Check out the other links in the description. And let's move on. So here on Ethereum, little better coming off the lows. Looks like we could be trying to pick up some bullish momentum here. We do have higher highs, higher lows. As the vol is starting to expand, as you see, your BBWP printed those dark blue signals. Now it seems to be trying to expand from there, as RSI did get rejected from the bullish control zone twice. And you do have bearish divergence, actually. Yeah, so from this high to this high, it looks like you have bearish divergence. Could lead us back down to the 21, possibly even a little lower. We'll see if that plays out. We'll talk about if we break this last low here in a second. Your MACD, you are above that zero line, fresh cross to the upside, but it looks like you don't have some very strong upside curvature. So, and basically, we need to stay above 1794 in order to continue rising. So we're pretty neutral right now on Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it looks like we could have the beginning of some bullish momentum. You couldn't quite get up to your 200 and the top of this region, but if we can get above this last high at 1810, I do think that's where we would go, would be the 1839 mark, where this 200 is sitting. And then if we break that, I think we come all the way up to this purple region and the breakdown point at about 1917, 1920 region, anywhere from 1926 to 1906. So we got a $20 region right there that I'm looking at. Bearish case is that we break this last low. If we do break this last low, I think we come back down to 1758. We break that, I think we're going to break 1700 and work our way down to 1500. A lot is dependent on what happens next here. That's why you really need to pay attention to what's happening right now. So yeah, if we break the 17 mark, 1500's in the cards. We can break this 200 at 1940, 1920's in the cards, and probably even get back up here to these highs at $2,000. So that's what I'm looking at for Ethereum. Let's move on to Solana. Here on Solana, similar story to Ethereum. Besides, I mean, you do have the bearish divergence, but that could just lead us back down to the 21, which if we get a wick down there, it would still be a higher low. We are making higher highs, higher lows as of now. Did get rejected from the RSI bullish control zone, front ran it twice. You are below that signal line, working your way down. MACD trying to come back. You're probably going to come back down and test this signal line. Now, if we cross it and start printing dark red bars on this histogram, not going to look good. Your vol is pretty contracted right now. As you see, your BBWPs in the lower zone still heading down. So we could move sideways here a bit, being held up by the 21 and the 50, but we'll find out. If we break this 21 and the 50 to the downside, basically 38.80, I would expect us to get a bounce at 38.18. But honestly, I think we would come back down to these lows at $36. So that would be what I would be looking at for the bearish case. Also, that would imply that we stay below this signal line and head back down to the neutral median line. And also that your MACD would cross to the downside and start printing some dark red bars on the histogram. Bullish case is that we can get above this breakdown point right here at, actually, I'd even be looking at the POC point of control and the VPVR at 40.80 region. If we can do that, I think we would get a minor rejection from the $42 mark, but I think we would head up to the 44.85 region, which would also be this first breakdown point right here. We break that, I think we come all the way up to $50. So those are basically my thoughts for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. If you guys like this video, once again, like and subscribe to the channel. Everyone have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.